A system built this, not one designer. And a system continues to build these things, which is why it's very difficult to resist them. There's a logic to these systems, and if we want to make change, we have to change systems. The most measured thing you will have in all of the databases of the city will be how vehicles move. The assumption behind it is the more vehicles pass through, the better it is for the system. And so you get interchanges, you get wider roads, you get less sidewalks, you get unhealthy cities.
If you design your community around cars and traffic, you get more cars and traffic. When you design your community around people and places, you get more people and places. Duh.
We had this waterfront, couldn't use it, double-decker freeway, 60s planning.
Our city couldn't connect to its water. You weren't allowed to touch the water.
How is it possible that waterfronts, being one of those spaces with a stronger identity, with a strong memory, with a strong possibilities, has been developed in this poor manner?
We had a debate for 10 years, like, what should we do? We said, let's get rid of it, and that's what we created.
Starting with public space first and foremost, because if you get the people there, then the development will come. If you make it a place people love, then people will want to invest there.
We redesigned the street for people. We created a huge open waterfront.
A bunch of art in public spaces, this basketball court that we recently opened, which is fantastic.
And part of what we did was put a beach in the center of Detroit. And guess what? A beach is for everyone.
So over half of our population is directly affected by persons with disabilities. For some reason, it has not resonated with the policymakers.
New buildings are not universally accessible in many cities in Canada right now. So we created an accessibility certification program. It's a rating system that measures the accessibility of the built environment.
And really that's what our movement is all about, is to ensure that we design cities for all people.
We're at the beginning of what I think is a new wave of smart cities initiatives. I don't think that smart cities initiative should be done with technology as the end. Technology should be the means.
What we do want to make sure that we avoid is that we're just building cool features within our cities because it's a neat thing to do.
We think that brick and mortar is dead. And so we act in ways, we invest in ways, we run our businesses in ways that effectively make sure that will happen.
I really realized going through the process of the challenge that we have so many assumptions. You don't even realize sometimes the assumptions you make.
We need new types of people in our city governments that don't actually exist today. Anyone gone to couples counselling? We need those people, but for cities. We have opponents and proponents. I hear you, therefore, however, right? We need those kinds of urban psychologists to actually learn how to talk, how to bring people together, how to facilitate those really tough discussions.
We're trying to figure out what works and what works well, and we want to constantly tweak and improve and determine what's right, but do not hesitate because you think you haven't got it perfect yet.
We're going to show some of our new renderings of our new building for the new Friendship Center. That building means so much more than just the bricks and mortar. It's true reconciliation.
What are those Indigenous names that are visible in your cities? What is the meaning of those, and how do we bring those to life through activations? Essentially, in order to daylight streams, we have to first daylight minds.